Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking of AKA, she's an alpha, but not around your boy, she get quiet around your boy, hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy, going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy, she wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy.
Move.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer,
Red
baby.
shorts.
She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit,
Basketball
like
shorts.
Baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you
Your least favorite color is red. Why the fuck you wearing?
whip your lovin' on me. Young
Did you send me an invite?
M-I-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She
Why didn't
stole
you
my
accept
heart.
it? Why didn't you accept it, Alyssa?
The remote was over here. I was all the way over there.
Tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see it. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down.
Alright.
But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right. Whip your lovin' on me.
Feel like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. But watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm sick of pretending. So sick of pretending. I need to run away to not be just like the others. Hide my face.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. Rolling to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10. To throw, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, Swift. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And that one's not coming back for Santos. It's no good, wide right. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down in.
That dude ain't got a fucking arm on him, bro. Yeah. At least Teddy Bridgewater can run and throw. Jared Goff's about fucking. I can't wait for the football season's over. So it'll upgrade these fucking rosters come next year.
Complete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Yeah. I'll watch it drop twice anyway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
2nd down, Bridgewater. He's going to let it go again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater now. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
46, boy, 46. 46 to mark. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. There you go. Check like 46. Check, go.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Play fake. Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
I muted my phone.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Fucking
you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the
fucking hold the ball.
They were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to...
And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Williams' throw complete here to Kmet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. On play action, here's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Now a toss for Swift left side.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
3rd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams,
75 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big time play.
9 seconds for that play.
Result.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost
That
got to
big
get
man
down into
jumped on that motherfucker back
like
there.
you're a sprinter, get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They run with a fourth-round pick, Roschon Johnson, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Williams. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
To the air on 3rd down is Williams. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cole Kmet from 13 yards out. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Bridgewater. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
That was just all luck on that
Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
That's twice tonight you did that.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really...
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And this is caught and in for the Lions touchdown. Tim Patrick.
He was wide to puck
2
open.
touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
No, I pulled it both sides now.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead. As
Williams loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, do I ever?
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game.
I don't know. That's bullshit. He was down by contact,
you've
bro.
got to take care of the football in order to win it.
41 yards rushing for him now.
That's crazy.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Williams throw there, complete to Allen.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Swift.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jack Campbell with a pick, and the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Appreciate it, buddy.
It hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those.
Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. Now he's loose at the 40. And a huge return.
If that wasn't the most thickest interception, he straight just was like, no.
First half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete
keep it away from the defense and try and get him back on track. I think we can all understand
go by
what they're
fast.
thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's
That
a
was
touchdown.
nice. That was nice.
Keenan Allen from 3 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A while.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
He played for the Vikings, the Saints.
Here's Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
No.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Brian Branch with it.
I so missed you up a fucking back. Did you see him? Fucking Hutchinson blew right by you, bro.
In a game like this, 5 interceptions. What does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out
like
there,
Hutchinson
and he
blew
threw a 5th
right
interception,
by you, bro. Like,
I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively.
And yeah, dude, that's all I can really do anymore is just try to throw deep balls.
Right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
On third down, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take
that was a one-handed interception.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Call timeout.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
No, I declined it.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You're an asshole.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
At the 2-yard line?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Bridgewater going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Don't worry about it.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner 1st half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That was slick.
That
Slick
time
Rick.
defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. There he goes again.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Tim Patrick on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Here are
Yes,
the
it
Lions
is
now
just
as
the
they
first
line up
half.
and kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this
You
offense,
can.
gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory.
And now here is another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm still going to try to throw in double coverage. I don't care.
6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears.
I gotta go pee. Maybe we can. I'm not muted. I mean, on the phone I am. I got you on my head. I might be able to scrounge up a hit. Why do you got to draw hard on it? Oh yeah, it will. We tried to get you to come back to the live earlier. Yeah, 'cause it let Miss Helene up. It let Ted up. Yeah. I just got, well, no, Miss Helene's got an iPhone. Ted's got an Android. No. 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 I wasn't really worried about it. No, but it wouldn't even let you up. But it let them up. I don't care if I can't see you. And if I want to go stream on StreamYard, I can, because it'll just send it right over to my YouTube channel. I don't know how I have more throwing yards than you. Like I have 379 or 72 passing yards to your 278. Go for it. All right, Gizmo, I'm gonna go take you in. Here, come on, I'm gonna take you with Mama.
Right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Williams. And now here is another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
What the fuck, Patrick?
Be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
I did not even touch you, bro.
Penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DJ Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Santos with the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
God damn,
and my
pick,
goodness,
buddy.
Another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Johnson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed block 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half.
Dude, I didn't think I caught that bitch, bro.
Answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They can hear you. Oh, yeah, they can hear you.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
One time.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game.
And my goodness, another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner.
A good game.
But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Toss left to Montgomery. And
nice stop, nice stop.
Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here comes Webster. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back, and the Lions will take over.
Yeah, these guys are big hit talkers on this game.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 7, operating from the 34. To throw, Bridgewater.
No.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing, Bridgewater being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
On second down, Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Switched it up.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now here is another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
That dude's gone, buddy.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Because the NFL
The
scripted,
Detroit
bro.
offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
I don't think I got
on this
that
side
one.
of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it that a receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Oh
and
my
this is
God,
picked up
bro.
by the
Oh
Bears.
my God. You
Everything
fucking...
that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Fucking bastard.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
These two have hooked up 9
Muted
times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I got a mute button from my
those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They will run straight ahead with Swift, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change.
It won't
all
let
the
me,
time.
dude, it won't let me. Unpause it. It wouldn't let me do nothing. Unpause it.
We'll take that type of run each and every time.
Third down and 1. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Oh my
and now
God,
here's
bro.
another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down.
I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I called a timeout.
By the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and goal from inside the 5. Montgomery is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Detroit. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off the play fake, it's Williams. They'll roll him out right. He's got the connection to Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I think you were over the line.
26 yards.
It was close. It was close.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on second down is Williams. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
It's okay. I'll probably throw one here soon anyway. It never fails.
And now he'll need the support from the home crowd and the hometown fans because they know they've got a gem here. They know they've got a good player, but there will be mistakes along the way. They want to show some patience in order to help him along.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Bridgewater now on second down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Walker, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming.
Can you pause it?
They should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
I can't pick. So I can't pick a play.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Williams throw here into the hands of Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of it.
Touchdown, Bears! Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken a 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater now. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's because I laid on the top of your
guy. And they do convert on 3rd.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there.
Unpause it.
And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
That's coming back to you anyway, buddy.
Take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Williams to the air on 2nd down. That pass complete to Moore. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3rd and 2. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion
we're
right
still
there
playing.
Because not only do they keep the drive going,
They take valuable time off the clock
Our
as
game
well.
of football.
They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This will get the lead up to 7. Santos' kick is up and through.
Why did he do that?
For that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the
scored a touchdown on that one, bro.
This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
You just played me too much. You know how my red line defense is. But see, I can't play that. I can't play that way because you got the Bears, man. So like my red line defense, I have to.
Could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bridgewater. And now here's another
That could have
interception.
been rough in the passer, but I'll let that one slide.
Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears
Late
have
hit,
great field position
whatever you
here as
want to
this
call
is
it.
a turn just shy of midfield. The Bears offense ready to go
who
for their
was
next
it?
drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yeah.
Here's Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. To the air, Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back.
Run, bro.
An interception return
Run.
for the Lions. Touchdown.
Run, white boy.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Dude, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours, bro.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They run out of the gun with Swift. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I can see
Get
what he
your
was
ass
thinking
on
on
back.
that carry.
Get your ass on
Big
back
tackle
here.
through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw, Williams. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop.
Picking shit.
Does have the first
Why'd you
down.
stay running?
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Yeah, right.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation.
That's
in the
my
fourth
guy
quarter,
you're running
picking up
with.
the
Like, I
first.
know how
You
he
don't want to
runs.
use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Williams. On the move to his left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st and goal. Swift. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You already did.
Here's
What she
1st
just
and
said.
10.
She said she's already ate.
Here's Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Bridgewater to throw. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Here comes second down. Now Bridgewater steps away.
That's game, bro. That's game.
Plans. It is intercepted.
That is definitely game.
Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you can see what they were trying to do. Just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On play action, here's Williams. That is intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It got his man complete. And he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Bridgewater. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man.
What,
disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there. Going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Oh, I made it.
Yes,
I
sir,
thought
that
I missed
touchdown
it,
puts
bro.
them in striking distance, and let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it.
I
Go
thought
for
I
2.
missed my field goal to tie the game up, but we about to send this bitch into overtime.
Go ahead and get it done.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be taken down. And that means we are headed to overtime.
We're going into overtime. Huh? Go get something to fucking eat. It's your fault for not eating when
So
supper
it's the
was
Bears who
fucking
will have
made.
the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go play action here with Williams. And this is complete to
That was a crazy fucking catch by DJ Ford.
Field across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going
Listen,
to
baby,
make the
bring me a
plays.
toothpick.
What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
I can't even
2
hit my
yards
man.
on the
This fucking
pickup
thing's
there. It'll be
flawed.
2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and throw with Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down. As
He's going for the win right off the bat.
24-yard line.
I don't do any New Year's
They'll run here with
resolutions either.
Swift. And he'll work this forward for
I used
about
to,
3
but-
at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Williams. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he maneuvers
Just
his way
score
down to the
already,
3-yard
so I
line.
can go to bed.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back
That's
line
getting
of
the
the
bin,
end
man,
zone
because the
for a
last time we
touchback.
played overtime, the moment you scored, it was game. No, the last time we played and you scored on the first possession and that was the end of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just scored. There he goes, left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Melissa, bring me a
on both
toothpick,
counts.
please.
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it.
Oh, I
that
missed
should have
it.
been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed
Oh,
limits
I
out
got
there?
lucky.
And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and through. And that is going to tie up this ball game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
2 hours of stream, over 2 hours of
that they were
streaming.
going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Going deep here for Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Tyreek
I don't know where you remote that.
And the Bears are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Check your under your bed. Check the side of your bed.
This has turned out to be, Charles, as we're going to have now a fifth drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now, 3 to win it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What is it?
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Play action. Now Williams. And Allen's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Now it's Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Better be hurry up and get in the bed,
first
though.
and 10 now from the 30. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
Yeah, but Kendall wants to be bringing them right back out here because she'll fucking be at the door.
Keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think
leave
there's
your
more
door
water
cracked
there
so she can
available
come in
to
and
her.
out.
To throw, it's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard
game ain't
line.
never going to end.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed it.